The Schaumburg Youth Orchestra's annual Presto holiday concert captivates audiences through the magic of music and acting. Here now to tell us about this enchanting program are Youth Orchestra Manager Rob Palekis, Orchestra Director Joe Malmquist, and musician Tyler Hansen. Well, Tyler, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you folks have been here before.
Yes, we have.
Joe, tell me what you do for the Youth Orchestra.
I wave the stick.
And then what does that mean?
Well, I wave it around and it makes people play instruments. It's magic that way.
How long have you been doing this, by the way?
Well, this is our 21st season, I believe.
And they haven't caught on yet, have they?
They have not.
Tyler, tell us about yourself.
Well, I've played the violin for 11 years, and this is my 5th season with the Schaumburg Youth Symphony Orchestra.
So you're 16.
I am 15.
You're going to be 16.
I'm going to be 16.
Maybe.
So. Yes, hopefully.
Rob Palekis, tell us about yourself.
About myself?
Thank you, Rob. Tyler? Why did you learn to play the violin? How did you come about wanting to play the violin?
Well, when I was very young, my mother picked the instrument for me, and I've actually really enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yes.
How many hours you practice?
Not enough.
That was my line.
I should practice more.
Well, obviously you're a very gifted musician. You've been doing it for all these years.
Yes, I really enjoy it.
Rob, tell us about Mr. Hansen here.
Tyler has, I think I have to say, he's probably one of the youngest members to join the Symphony Orchestra, which is the advanced level performing group. And so it's been 5 years that with this particular group, so it kind of shows, and it's not an easy group to get into. Most of the students in it are high school, usually juniors or seniors getting into it, playing mostly college level material. Something you don't see too often in high school. So to have Tyler start at such a young age is pretty impressive. In this particular group, we have about 60 members. So the whole program has close to 200.
Okay. And they're from all over.
Many suburbs, not only just in the northwest suburbs, but the west suburbs, as far as Elgin. We've had people come in from Chicago, Evanston, as far out as, I'd say, Lake Zurich. So really quite a gurney. Some people have come in on a gurney before, and we've had to.
You had to do that, didn't you?
I had to put something in there. I'm sorry. I might be going out on one myself after the end of this.
Well, back to you, Tyler. Yeah, what got you interested in, you say your mother got you a violin, right?
Yes.
And you love to play music.
I do. I really love playing it and listening to it.
Now, what are your future goals as a musician?
I would like to continue playing the violin through college and into adulthood, but I'm not sure that I would like to major in it.
Major? And where do you want to go to school?
The University of Illinois is where I'd like to go to school.
Where do you go to school now?
I'm actually homeschooled.
You are? And she taught you to play the violin? Or, I mean, did somebody teach you to play the violin at home?
Yes, I have a private teacher.
Wow. Wow. Nobody here, though?
No.
Oh.
Well, although he's helped me a lot.
Well, Joe, tell us about the Presto concert and tell us about how it got started and what does Presto mean, by the way? Where'd the name come from?
Presto literally just means very, very fast, which means it has nothing to do with this context.
Oh, it's Italian.
It's Italian. It just sounded good, so we used the word.
I thought maybe it was a magician's thing. You know.
It's back to waving the stick again. It's the magic that happens. Presto, there's music.
Okay.
That works. We'll use that from now on. Thank you.
Well, that's
That'll be
great.
your new ad campaign.
Well, that's kind of the idea behind it. I think it's kind of it evokes sort of a magical sort of occurrence, and
no, it's not just music though. It's acting. Rob, what do you do as an actor in this annual event?
Well, very little as far as acting goes, but we do incorporate. Many holiday shows tend to incorporate themes or special guests or something to fill the space between the songs. And for 10 years now, we've provided, shall we say, little tidbits of entertainment.
Like what?
We've done a variation on the 12 Days of Christmas. We did skits in between the pieces pertaining to the 12 Days of Christmas. We've done a retelling of the Gift of the Magi, which was a nice little story. And we've done a Viennese ball one year. It was a lot of fun. Who knows what this year is going to bring us?
What gifted actors do you have in your repertoire?
My actors?
Yes.
Well, we have a talented cast of actors who from local, local people who've worked professionly. And
Those
people who
would be whom?
Well, Tim Philbin is one of our.
That's what I was looking for.
Oh, is that what you look? Okay, he's one of our go-to guys. Probably one of the best actors I think in the region, and he's been kind of our permanent host and bon vivant of.
Yeah, he's performed at Harper College, hasn't he?
He's performed at Harper College. He's also performed in the city.
Sure.
You've seen him perform a number of times. He can play comedy. He can play. He can get sentimental. He can get how else to put it? Really get the feeling of the holiday out. So we're not just about shtick, but tender moments as well.
Now, Tyler, what's your favorite musical piece?
My favorite piece that I've played here at the Schaumburg Youth, or in the Schaumburg Youth Orchestra, would be Dvorak's New World Symphony. I really enjoyed playing that piece.
Really?
Yes.
It's kind of difficult too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Is that why you like it?
Sort of. Okay. Somewhat. I also like it because of the melodies and the way it was written.
Okay. And how was it written? I mean, explain that to me in terms I can understand.
Well, I enjoy the history behind it, how Dvorak came to America.
Well, how did he come to America?
I don't know a lot about how he got to America, but I know he was in Spillville, Iowa, and that he spent some time there, and he wrote a lot of music while he was there.
Okay. What's your favorite musical piece, Joe?
This week?
Okay, well, give me some. I mean, obviously more than one.
That's a problem when you ask a musician because it's going to change on an almost hourly basis.
Okay.
I love the music of Mahler, the grandeur, the emotionalism. I love Beethoven. The 9 symphonies are cornerstones of Western. Beethoven 9th finale. Love the music of Mozart. It's incomparable. Just depends on the mood you're in, and that's part of the.
And what kind of Presto music can we expect here? What?
You're going to hear, obviously, holiday-themed music. We try to challenge the students by not just going with Christmas carols, but try to find standard literature that has an application towards the holidays. So we're using the Dance of the Tumblers from the Snow Maidens. We're using, there is a medley of carols, but they're lesser-known carols, woven together in a very symphonic style of writing with a small choir we have coming in to join us. We're doing excerpts
where's the choir
from Messiah.
coming from?
Well, from very near Spillville, Iowa, actually. They're within about 15 minutes of Spillville, Iowa.
Really?
It's a small chamber ensemble that's a branch of a student-run and student-formed branch from Luther College Nordic Choir. Several of the students put this group together a couple of years ago, and last year some of them were our guest artists, and that group is coming back to sing for us, as well as a couple of their alumni are going to rejoin them and make this a reunion for them.
Okay, that really sounds fascinating, really. Now, tickets for this event can be purchased how?
They are available. You can buy them. The best way is online. You can just log on to prairiecenter.org, and within a few clicks, you'll have tickets for the concerts on the 18th of December. We have 2 shows at 3:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., or you can call us at the Prairie Center. 847-895-3600.
What kind of audience response do you get for these shows? I mean, are these sellouts?
We do very well. We've only we did add a second show a few years ago because we were selling out of the show, just one performance. So we did add a second matinee performance, and the response has been great.
When is it?
Absolutely wonderful.
What day is it?
Saturday, December 18th.
Oh my, yes, right
before the holidays. So. It is great. It's just kind of a nice way to escape all the madness of the shopping and the preparing for all.
And it's something for children too. I mean, it's something you can bring a child to and.
Absolutely, the music I think is awfully recognizable. I mean, even if we're doing some more classical stuff, we'll be doing selections from the Handel's Messiah, which is kind of ubiquitously everywhere, I guess. Did I use that word right? Ubiquitous.
We'll go with that.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know what ubiquitous means, by the way?
I'm not sure.
You either know or you don't know, Tyler. You could say the ubiquitous Rob Paleckis when it comes to stagecraft here in Schaumburg. That would be appropriate.
Okay.
I mean, can you spell ubiquitous, Rob?
I bet I can.
Well, you're on.
Would you like me to?
Well, no, but go ahead.
U-B-I-Q-U-I-T-O-U-S.
Close enough. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Where's the ding?
Now, how did you get involved in music?
Where's the duck?
Joe?
Does the duck come down?
The duck just laid an egg.
My parents were active amateur musicians. My mom played the piano, taught the neighborhood kids piano lessons. My father sang in the choir. And they were of an era where just that's what you did to enjoy yourself on the weekend. You had friends and company over, you went out for dinner, you came back and you sat around the piano and you sang the songs that they all grew up with. And I'm sure that was an influence, that hearing my dad sing and my mom play the piano and their friends all trying to harmonize. I really did not get to hear an orchestra, a professional orchestra, until I was in college. So it was basically through the school program and through that home influence.
I sang in a boys' choir, midnight mass, until my voice began to change, and then whenever I hit that note that failed, I'd hide behind the organ. You know, I was a great boy soprano, trust me. Not anymore, though, not anymore. So, Tyler.
Yes.
What is your role in this upcoming Presto concert?
Well, I'm concertmaster of the Schaumburg Youth Symphony Orchestra, and so I have to, help prepare particularly the first violins, to play the repertoire that Maestro Malmquist has picked out.
And how do you prepare them?
Well, picking out bowings and fingerings.
Okay. What do you mean picking out bowings? What does that
Well, when
mean?
you play the violin, you have a bow.
I understand that, yes.
And it either goes up or down.
Okay.
And it looks better when the whole section goes up at one time and then down at the same time. So everybody has to know what those bowings are, and you write them in their music so that they can follow them when they play.
It's very much like choreographing the entire section, and
I didn't realize
the decisions.
That's fascinating. It really is. And the plucking too, is that something,
Yes, yes. And the fingerings, where you put your fingers.
Fingering?
It's a big responsibility. I mean, he's the guy that comes out and tunes the orchestra at the beginning of the concert. And
I just thought it was just somebody that came out,
They're in charge of quality control to an extent. We don't get limitless time to be able to send them off into sectionals, but he is the one that is supposed to be either suggesting that things are going well, congratulations, thank you for your hard work, or excuse me, boys and girls, we need to get to work here. We're not sounding like our expectations should sound. You're the conscience of his section. And again, coordinating the bowings, as Tyler said. It's not only within his section, but when passages are similar in other sections of the orchestra, they should match up. So, for instance, if the violas have a similar passage to the first violins, they shouldn't be going diagonal to each other. Tyler would be responsible for making sure the violas notice and coordinate their movements with the first violin section.
Wow. So besides just playing the instrument, they have to be aware of how it's choreographed, right?
Yes.
That is so fascinating. I had no idea.
Well,
Go ahead, Rob.
We're going to touch a little bit on that. We have another show coming up in the spring.
Tell it quickly.
Sure, the Dvorak Code, and that's going to be breaking down Dvorak's Eighth Symphony. So we're going to crack into the mystery of symphonic music that a lot of people find something that may not be accessible. But I think when they learn more about it, it does become extremely accessible.
You said, when is that? You said
that is going to be in March on the 12th, I believe, on Saturday the 12th.
Something else to look forward to.
And something else that's going to be a great show.
Well, it's a great symphony orchestra. It's a great orchestra, quite frankly. And I'm really fascinated by your role. I mean, I didn't realize you had that much responsibility.
Well, I really enjoy it.
Well, we enjoy having you here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Hey, Tyler.
Thank you.
Me too?
Hey, Rob. Absolutely.
Hey, thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for being on Speaking of Schaumburg. That'll do it for this edition of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us again next month for another fascinating all-new episode. And I'll be seeing you around town.